The lands we represent are unique. From famed quail plantations to working farmlands, these are America's last best places, and stewards of these lands are true conservation heroes. They choose our team to show the property's unique intrinsic value, monetize that value through a sale, and see to it that the next landowner will protect the legacy they've built. In our niche, it's the hidden intrinsic value that sets a property apart. One way we show this value is by telling the land's story. It's so important that we went beyond the role of a broker and produced this Behind the Gates video series. Today's property is certainly one of a kind. We have a long history here, helped put it together, and are excited to share its story. We are deer hunters ourselves, have our own place both low and game fence, and sell some of the top deer places in the South. When a property gets us this excited, it's special. What you're going to discover here is one of the most unique deer hunting properties anywhere. It is located not only in one of Georgia's top deer counties, but Florida's as well. It offers the benefits of not just one, but 3 deer hunting seasons. It is located on one of the most prolific big buck and turkey corridors found anywhere, Attapulgos Creek. The property has consistently been well managed for wildlife and timber for decades. On top of that, on the Florida side, 200 acres are inside a game fence with improved genetics. Furthermore, due to a wooden bridge being burned a generation ago, this property is literally at the end of the road and has exceptional social storm qualifications. We are about to share an inside look at one of the finest trophy deer hunting properties found in the South. Welcome to Florida Georgia Preserve. This is the second time that we brought this property to market. The first time, it didn't make it past the first call from a Rolodex. The current owner has taken a great property, known through generations for its wild game, and took its habitat to another level. He also knows how to grow high quality timber. Whereas today, of the over $1 billion we've closed, acre for acre, this ranks among the best stands of high quality, merchantable timber that we've ever sold. Located just 30 minutes northwest of Tallahassee, the property lies in both Gaston County, Florida, and Decatur County, Georgia. Attapulgos Creek runs along the property for 1.5 miles. This is one of the most game and timber-rich corridors in southwest Georgia. Over a generation ago, a bridge crossing the creek was burned down due to deer hunting conflicts. Primarily, this property and one large 7,000-acre neighbor was impacted, and neither state wanted to pay the cost of repair. Today, the old road dead ends at this property, making it one of the most private properties in the South. This, combined with a neighboring ethic of let them go so they can grow, and the age class of the deer here is unheard of on most 800-acre properties. The result of caprice, exceptional habitat, and strategic acquisitions have turned this one property into a trophy deer hunter's paradise. When one considers the 315 acres in Georgia and its seasons, the Florida 454 acres, including the 234 acres under a game fence and its seasons, one can hunt deer here from August 1st through March 1st. After genetics and age, nutrition is the last key ingredient, and you will find that here too. No less than 17 food plots ensure good source of nutrition year-round. Natural browse too is rich and diverse due to a prescribed fire regimen going back decades. Frequent prescribed fire is the number one thing that sets a property apart and the number one investment that you can make on your land. One of the secrets between great deer and great timber is the soils. The soils along Attapulgos Creek contain some of the highest concentrations of attapulgite, fuller's earth, found in America. These fertile soils were first utilized for growing shade tobacco. This is one of only 2 locations in the U.S. that offers the right conditions for the important tobacco used to wrap cigars. For almost 100 years, this industry ruled the area and made the region wealthy. In fact, the owners of the famed Habitampas Company's personal farm with just a few properties south of here. However, in 1893, an employee of the Owl Cigar Company discovered America's only fuller's earth deposit. This rare soil is ideal for cat litter, makeup, and filters. C.W. Jameson, for whom the nearby community of Jameson is named, was one of the industry's early leaders. In fact, a portion of this property was one of the first properties where this soil was extracted, which is why today, a generation after reclamation, it has exceptional photography and natural hardwoods. It's truly a success story. Along with the wildlife and great timber, the amenities for enjoying this property are here as well. In just the last few years, the lodge went through a major remodeling. It's in great condition and the tucked away setting is very private. There's a great game room, bunk room, and master overlooking the spring-fed pond. Large front and back porches invite one outside. There are numerous equipment barns, a tractor and implements, as well as a walk-in cooler. Just about everything one would need has already been built here. This is a one-of-a-kind property, easy to operate and ready to enjoy. One of my favorite features that I rarely see is that its diverse stands of merchantable timber can act like a self-perpetuating annuity that can more than pay for the annual operating costs. In fact, storing wealth in the form of natural resources, like the timber here, is one of the tenets of a great social storm property. This is a term we trademarked over a decade ago when we first recognized this new asset class, and many said we were crazy. We noticed some properties offered a hedge effect, thereby greatly increasing their investment value. These are places people seek out for safety and security in bad times, and recreation and enjoyment in good times. Back then, most would never consider they would need a place to go in a pandemic, war, or social unrest. Sadly, in today's world, everyone does. The social storm property score here is exceptionally good, providing this property with additional benefits whereby it will increase in value in both good times and bad, a perfect hedge for today's uncertain times. We have the benefit of early in our third-year career of being taken under the wing by some of the titans of the financial world. They shared with us the secrets of investing in recreational land in both good times and bad. And by sharing these successful tenets with others, we now close over $500,000 a day, 7 days a week in this niche, with some properties 4 and 5 times now in our career. A new client recently asked us how confident we were with our valuations. We recently looked at all the places Eric and I closed this year and what we told the seller is worth and what it sold for, and we have a 96% accuracy. Specializing matters, and sharing this knowledge with others makes a difference. If you think that the Florida-Georgia Preserve may be an enjoyable property to own recreationally, or as an investment, or even a social storm property, we are available to help you too make wise decisions. Remember too, God created this world, but He gave mankind dominion over it. Being a good land steward is one of the most rewarding things we can do in this life. And these last best places are still here because landowners of the past making good decisions. We'd like to share our gratitude to the landowners that came before us for being great stewards of this very special property.